England going at a runner ball in the first 2 overs, not a single run off the bat, and they had 6 on the board thanks to some wayward bowling from Haris Rauf. It was that's what it looks like. 90 for 1 after 15, a reverse sweep, getting rid of David Malan off the bowling of Iftikhar Ahmed, who's already bowled 4 in the first 15. Michael Vaughan alongside. As an England fan, are you relieved that Bairstow is looking like the Bairstow of the old?
Yeah, that's Johnny at his best. I mean, he had a bit of a tricky start. I mean, that first delivery from Haris, I think they're still fetching that one, but it's never easy lining up a ball when you're not quite sure where it's going to be going. But he started to get into his groove, and look, Bairstow's had a poor World Cup. He'll be the first to admit that. But Johnny today is the Johnny that we've loved over the last 6 or 7 years in this 50-over team. He's playing nicely, particularly through the offside. That uppercut for 6 off Shane Shah was a tremendous strike, and he's got a great chance of getting those 3 figures. He's 45 off 47. If he bats another 20 overs, he'll have 100. He's striking it that nicely. But I don't think it's a 330, 350 pitch. I think it's quite a slow wicket. So I think anywhere beyond 280 will be a challenging target for Pakistan.
David Malan out for 31, missing out because it didn't look like anything else would trouble him, really.
Yeah, he played nicely. I mean, he's a glorious player through that offside. He plays great drives, and you know, he just took on the reverse sweep. Now, these shots have got to be played in white ball cricket. Just didn't quite execute it well enough. It skidded on. Good catch from the keeper, but you know, he looked in good form. Whether it's his last 50-over innings, we'll have to wait and see. I think that's going to be the debate for a lot of these players: is how much more time are we going to see them in a 50-over England jersey? And it might have just been David Malan's last 50-over innings. We'll have to wait and see.
And how much worse can it get for Haris Rauf? Asked to open the bowling today. It starts off with 5 wides. The first over, remember, was a maiden, I think, from Shaheen Afridi. And then Haris Rauf bowls that horrid delivery. He's bowled 2 such 5-widers. It's tough, isn't it, to be able to control that white new ball?
Yeah, when you've gone for 10 off no balls, it's quite difficult with two 5-wides. Well, I think it'll be a threat with the old ball, because I think we're going to see reverse swing. We saw reverse swing on this venue from Pakistan against Sri Lanka, and I think I've just seen one from Wasim Jr. that's just tailed in a little bit, and we're only in the 15th over. So Haris Rauf will still have an impact, because if it starts reverse swinging, we know he's up there with the best with the reverse swinging ball. Except
Joe Root to drop anchor, or is he going to try one of those Joe Root shots?
I don't think he'll play the little, I call it the dupe. So the root, the dupe, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not too sure whether we'll see Joe try that shot today, because of the kind of low nature of the surface. I think he likes to see the ball bouncing. If it's bouncing, he fancies hitting it. As soon as it starts to skid a bit lower, a tricky shot to play.
If England are looking to the future, do they look at a slightly tweaked batting lineup? Maybe send Harry Brook in ahead of Ben Stokes, or stick to what's on the card?
Stokes will be in next. He's in good form. I think England are just thinking about winning the game. I don't think they're concentrating on the future at this stage. It's about just making sure that you win today, win well, get another victory, and get on the plane home. And then the reset button, I have no question, will start to happen over the next few weeks, particularly when they go to the Caribbean in December.
Still going at 6 in over after 16. They're 96 for 1. Roots there, and so is Johnny Bairstow, who has got to his 50, and he'll want to make it a big one. What do you see England's approach being and Pakistan's approach being in the next 20?
Well, I think Pakistan sometimes become more difficult to hit the older the ball gets, because of the reverse swing. We will see more spin. So in actual fact, it might get harder and harder for the England players to strike the ball. So this next 10 overs might be the time to really go for it, knowing that it might get more difficult down that last 15, 20. England will play shots. You know, they've got the mojo back. They look like they've got a bit of rhythm back. They look like they've got some good combinations going back in that order. So England will be looking at over 300, but I think that'll be plenty on this kind of surface.
That qualification door is pretty much shut for Pakistan. England, meanwhile, looking to go on and end this horrible, forgettable campaign with a win. Can they keep going? We'll find out, and we'll see you once again on Cricbuzz Comm Box at the end of 35. Bye for now.